Hey guys, this is Chetan for Gizmo Times and you're watching a quick unboxing and hands-on with the Realme Narzo 30 5G. There are a few 5G phones already from this company and a few others as well, though we aren't sure when 5G is arriving, but we have seen some positive signs in the recent times. So we are guessing that the brands are now fully preparing for offering 5G phones in every price range. At least Realme is calling this smartphone as one of the most affordable 6GB 5G smartphones. So the 6GB here refers to the RAM of the smartphone, and they're calling it the most affordable 6GB 5G smartphone of the market right now. So the Narzo 35G, how does it differ from the 4G variant? We can talk about it in a separate video. Right now we are only talking about the Narzo 35G and what all it offers. So this comes with the Dimensity 700 chipset, one of those chipsets which actually impressed me a lot in terms of the performance. Not just about the 5G. Having 5G is an advantage for long-term usage, but having a good performance is also necessary when you have a chipset that could have been compromised only to offer you a great connectivity, but that's not happening here. At least Dimensity 700 is offering a great performance so far in every kind of usage condition that we've seen, including gaming. Along with that, you have a 90Hz ultra smooth display, 6.5 in screen size, Full HD plus resolution, 600 nits of sunlight brightness. Now, along with that, you have the smart 5G power saving, and this has 5G DSDS, which is dual SIM dual standby. So this is prepared for the future. Even if 5G comes after 2 years, you could still use this phone and use it with proper 5G, given that there are bands which are exactly supported and they have been offered in the network. If you're talking about the bands here, you have the 5G bands over here. So if one of those bands is unlocked and if you're having 5G on that, then this phone would support that. We aren't sure if the brand is going to support any newer bands in the future with any software updates, but at least for now, these are the bands that are supported here. And along that, for the other specs, there's a 48 MP nightscape camera offered and a 5000 mAh battery. So these are the major specifications of the smartphone, and this has a racing silver color. So you have the same color options for even the Narzo 30 4G. Let's now check out what comes in the box package and then talk about the physical aspect, also about the interface and the other features of the Narzo 35G. And whether, my quick thoughts about this smartphone based on the first impressions. So now this is the box package. This having the feel the power message. Along with that, you have the transparent rubber cover, the safety guide, and as well as you'll have a warranty booklet or the quick start guide. Yes, you have the quick start guide over here, a transparent rubber cover, and this would be quite a wide camera module area. Let's check out that later. And you have a SIM ejector tool over here inside the box package itself. Now this is the Narzo 35G, the smartphone itself. Let me show you that in some time. Before that, we'll check out what comes inside the box package apart from those things. So you have a 9V two-way power adapter. You don't have a 30-watt charging here. You have 18-watt as the maximum charging supported. One of those compromises which I would see in terms of charging speeds when compared to most of the other Realme smartphones. You see other Realme smartphones easily offering even about 30-watt fast charging, but this one doesn't have it. So those compromises come in obviously when you're trying to offer a chipset that is new in the market, that is going to cost you a lot more. So obviously you'll have other compromises seen there. So there's a USB Type-C cable indicating that the phone has USB Type-C connectivity. Let's keep all this aside and talk about the smartphone. So this is the Realme Narzo 35G. And in terms of design, no different from the 4G variant except for the fact that the camera area here or the camera module area is quite different in terms of how it looks. So you have a wide rectangular area with three cameras arranged in the L format, and you have the AI mentioned on the fourth area, but that is not a camera. So you have a 48 megapixel Samsung GM1 sensor over here as well, and you have a 2 megapixel depth camera, 2 megapixel macro camera, or the 2MP depth camera can also be called as black and white sensor. And on the physical aspect, you have the power button which also works as a fingerprint sensor. One of the actually apt areas or easily accessible areas, obviously when you're trying to start the phone or when you're trying to activate the screen, you'll press this, and if you have a security added to it, you can use the same finger to unlock the phone with that security layer. On the bottom, you have a USB Type-C port. You also have the headphone jack, the microphone and speaker grill. On the left, you have the volume rocker button and also the SIM card access area. On the top, you have nothing. So you don't see a secondary microphone over here. On the front, you have the earpiece grill and also the selfie camera, which is a 16 megapixel selfie camera that is present on the front of the phone. Now, If we check out the SIM card access area over here, this has a dedicated micro SD card slot, so you don't have to worry about the storage expansion. If you are a dual SIM user, you don't have to worry at all. You have the dedicated expandable storage slot, and this phone has a 6 plus 128 GB variant. I don't think there are other variants. If there is something, you can check out the description, but so far what we know is that this has a single 6 plus 128 GB option. This is the quick setup of the device, where we would directly straight take away you take to the Realme UI's interface. This is Realme UI 2.0 based on Android 11. Most of the newer Realme smartphones have the same. And if we go directly into the settings, what you see is this. And yes, it's Realme Narzo 35G. And something important that you notice here is 6 plus 2 GB. So this has DRE. DRE means dynamic RAM expansion, which is offered here. It takes advantage of the storage, and you can take up to 5 GB. So when enough storage space is available, you can use part of it to expand your RAM. This feature was not available on the other Realme smartphones, most of the other Realme smartphones, including the Narzo 30, but this one has it. It has up to 5 GB of RAM expansion, so you get a total of 11 GB of RAM expansion, of 11 GB of RAM if you expand it to 5 GB. But that depends on your usage. I won't really recommend you going over 8 GB, because that's the usual RAM that you would need with multiple apps in the background. Now, it's Realme UI 2.0 based on Android 11, and for the other features, it's Realme UI. So you have most of the features, including the navigation, gesture and motion, screenshot, screen recording. Screen recording, one of those advantages of Realme UI, where you can record both the sources, microphone as well as the internal audio, and then you have the frame rate switcher and everything available over there. Wake up Google Assistant with the power button, that feature is available over here. And other features include display and brightness, where you have the 90 Hz refresh rate option. So you have this one over here. And screen display, you have the screen display where you can hide the notch or hide the bottom area as well. Screen color mode as well can be changed from vivid to gentle and vice versa. Now, for the security, as I said, there's a fingerprint sensor as well as the face unlock. Now, if we directly check out what are the applications available, there's Amazon Music, Amazon Shopping, Booking.com. Most of these apps can be deleted, easily uninstalled if you don't want to use them. These kind of bloatware apps, not the ones from Realme or not the ones from Google, but every other app like this can be easily removed in case you feel that these are eating up your space in the storage. Now, the final part of this is the camera. For the camera, you have a 48 megapixel primary camera, so you have a dedicated 48 MP mode over here, and under the other options, you have ultra macro, text scanner, slow motion, time lapse, expert mode as well. And under video recording, which is kind of an interesting point, for the resolution, you don't have 4K video recording. Since this chipset does not support it, you don't see 4K video recording over here. You have only 1080p as the best possible resolution for video, and also that doesn't show a 60 fps option, so I guess that's not available. But we'll anyway have to do the video recording to check out whether there's 60 fps available. And this has the digital image stabilization and not any OIS kind of support here. So also for the front camera, you have a 16 megapixel front facing camera, and I mean, for the beautification, it does quite a good job, obviously, as usual. But if we have that turned off for natural, so if you go into the quick capture that we did right now, so the image quality actually seems quite good. Obviously, since we are taking it into some artificial conditions, you can't judge it that easily, but in natural conditions, we're sure it would do quite a decent job. And that's it, guys. This was a quick overview of the Realme Narzo 30 5G. Stay tuned for the Narzo 30 4G variants unboxing and hands-on, and we'll also do a quick comparison of these two smartphones in case you're someone looking into a better performing device overall, or a phone with better specs, but you don't have to really think about 4G or 5G, then you can check out that. And if you want to consider a 5G smartphone, obviously you can check out what are the major advantages of this over the 4G variant. But one disadvantage I would say is the 18 watt fast charging. Obviously, we're not talking about speeds to be that slow. 18 watt is still not a slow charging speed, but given the standards that we are seeing in the market right now, and especially something that is set by Realme itself, Realme has been one of those brands that has easily set standards for faster charging. We have seen even phones under 15,000 offering more than 30 watt fast charging. So we expected better in terms of fast charging in the Narzo 35G, but those compromises do come in, and we are getting an 18 watt fast charging over here in the Realme Narzo 35G. The design, it actually looks good, but since it's a plastic bat, it could be prone to scratching. but not breakage. So that's it guys. I hope you like this video. If you do, share and subscribe to Gizmo Times for more. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.